So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll set up to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, what a response by that defensive unit, Charles, because they just saw their offense throw the interception. They come out there, not only get an interception of their own, but they take it back for the touchdown.
I won't sing it because no one wants to hear that, but perhaps an early case of anything you can do, I can do better between these defenses? A lot of people came to expect the offense to light this game up, but so far, the defenses are stealing the show.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling the field for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Steelers had 7 and 4 on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Put a man in motion left, Ridley.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Bengals are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
70 Rangers. Panther 11, Panther, Buffalo 18. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
He'll look to throw.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
This defense for the Steelers very strong in that victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Taken down at the 22-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cincinnati.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, break. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Ready, 79 Broncos.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Kevin McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Normally, you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete here.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
19 Lions. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brooks. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead.
Now that was simply frustrating for the defense. They did everything they were supposed to, including putting a hit on the quarterback as he delivered the ball. Yet, it still resulted in a touchdown against them.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Bengals 17, Steelers nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
47-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw. being chased out left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
On the jump.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. There to stop him was Carlton Davis. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Smith.
To about the 26 here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
2nd and 6.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll drop to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Ready?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready?
2nd and 10.
Ready?
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brooks. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Okay, ready?
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
A 62-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
Let's go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here.
This caught by Latu, the tight end.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard.
Throw left side complete to Chase. Down the left sideline.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
49 yards.
And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Steelers 3. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On second down, Elliott. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They keep on the ground with Elliott.
He'll get this up to about the 44. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Go, Reed, go. Let go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Got it.
From
Ready?
the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Looking to throw. That is caught. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And that flag accepted.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA.
They'll set up to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And quickly they get to the line.
12 brings up third down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. They'll look to throw here.
That is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense, but whistles come in. Remember, on 4th down, that becomes a dead ball if anyone other than the fumbler himself recovers. So it'll come back to the spot of the fumble, and that will mean that's going to wind up being a turnover on downs.
Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They get this out left. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Draw play. Elliott shoves him aside. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Come on.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Looking deep here for Chase.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The
Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, they'll throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 42.
2nd and 9 now. And he drops
Into this one, maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Ready? Go!
Quick slant caught by Chase.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Offense today, they already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.